and over again. It's like they don't want to stop. They don't want to stop.
Okay. There's three types of people on this earth. There's double down. There's strings cut from heaven. You can't. They've done so much bad that they can't ever get back in. Which heaven is up here, and the Holy Spirit and everything is in you. But it's once they pass, they will go to either another planet or they will have to live that life over again, and it'll be even rougher than this. They will have to live the life over that, probably how they treated the person they were around. Then there's one up, one down. That's one string to heaven, one eye to heaven, and one eye to the pit. This Jonathan Kleck explains it really good. And then because they really when you come here, you forget who you are. So your mind gets wiped, or your and then there's double up. And those are the people that have gone through the cleansing of their childhood traumas and ask God to forgive you for coming here. But then Queen Romana from the Kingdom of Canada.ca says that some of us were brought here to bring humanity up, right? So when I learned from the Bible, which is basically messed right up if you don't take it back to the original language and find out the meanings of each word. There was, with Adam and Eve thing, it's these beings came from another planet, and God said, okay, you can be here as long as you're going to do good for the people, right? And they just wanted to come here, suck our energy, our ideas, and live filthy, disgusting lives, and then go home to the wife or the good human with the pure heart, pure like God's children, and then dump all that sin onto you energetically, right? And that's how they can live. Otherwise they have to die because they got no energy of their own, right? No ideas, no nothing. So what's going on is people need to get their priorities right. Like, you got to be high vibed or else you're not going to survive this. You're going to slowly, if you want to do bad, you're going to die of something. You're going to get in a car accident, you're going to get cancer or whatever. You won't make it into the kingdom. And when this kingdom, it's where it's going to be, everybody's going to have abundance. It's going to be joy and happiness and family oriented and we'll be able to manifest, like, they're going to have things like replicators where it's going to make, you ask it, like on Star Trek. You ask, I want a cheesecake, and it'll pop a cheesecake. You just put in some dirt, I guess, because everything's made from the ground. Like, you realize that everything that you see in this world is made from a plant, rocks, water, and air and ideas, right? So they put that into these machines and it'll pop anything you want. Put your dirty dishes in it, and then that's your next meal. It's like Star Trek, because they've kept all this technology away from us. And that's why we've had reset after reset after reset, because in the beginning when God created this place for us, that all that stuff was there, and we were able to do this stuff. That's why when you look around at all these cities, like the World Fairs way back in the 1800s or something, all these buildings were white. Well, they just, and when a building is said founded, it's because they did a reset. They wiped everybody out and started over. And then they just went and took over those buildings and said, found it in. Because they found it. It's just so vast. The stuff that people need to know, or, well, the basics, what you need to know is clean out your insides. Get rid of that childhood trauma and that. And be the real you. Don't be something else because you walked in this room and you got to be this way because this is what these people want you to be. Just be who you are. That is a high vibration thing. And love. That's high vibration. And because there's going to be the vibration of the earth's going to raise, and the people that are negative and low vibration, which is you want to do bad things, they're going to die off. So if you don't want to die off, then you got to do what's right. And deep down, everybody knows what's right and what's wrong. Because there's a good you and a bad you. And the devil will show up if you feed it. In other words, do bad things. And God will show up if you feed it, which is doing good things, helping each other, and, you know, just not wanting what other people have. Like, I've never wanted what other people have. I just want to be me. Even in school, like, I used to walk around with a Charlie Chaplin hat and a Mac jacket. But I didn't want to look like everybody else, right? I didn't want, like, okay, I wanted a rabbit fur vest. They were popular, but I wanted one. My dad bought me one. But, you know, I just learned that I don't want what other people have. You know, once, because when I was young, I'd want it, and it was like, once you had it, it was like, whatever, right? So I learned quick. Plus, I grew up on peanut butter and bologna. That was my lunch. I either had a peanut butter sandwich and an apple, or a bologna sandwich and an orange or whatever, or a banana. I mean, the first time I had grapes, it must have been about 16. But, yeah, and learn to live with what you need so much. Like, who needs... You know what's so weird to me? Is people buy all this shit, then they get a storage unit to put it in because they got no room at their house because they got too much shit in their house. You know, it's like... A big car is not going to make you happy at night when you want someone to hold you. A fancy house isn't going to make you happy. It's a big empty house with a bunch of shit in it you gotta clean and lift up and dust and everything. It's just, you know, I find the less you have, the more content you are, really. As long as you got food, clothes, a roof, fresh water, and love, and animals, and nature, you'll be a lot happier. People were way happier when we had less. Look at how miserable everybody is, and they got everything. You know, I don't know. I'm just trying to help people and show them how I've managed to conquer covens and masons and everything else. They all came after me with magic and black magic. Forbidden magic is what they came after me with. So all these people that have come after me, like I know a couple of them, they got cancer. You know, and HIV and stuff. So, you know, if you want that, have at her. But this world is changing, and, you know, this right now is the threshing floor of the wheat and the tares. In the old days when they made flour, they first beat the wheat. The seeds fell off, and the rest of it got blown away, right? All that, whatever was left. Those are tares. Or you can also use an example as there's wheat fields, and then there's this weed that looks like wheat, but it's not wheat. The wheat and the tares. So, you know, there's different ways to explain it, but love is one of the most important things. Don't hate anybody. Don't want bad for anybody. Don't put bad thoughts on people. Don't say bad things about people. Or don't be upset if somebody gets a car and you don't. I'm always happy for them. It's like, right on, look how happy they are, you know. And it feels good to be happy for somebody else. But there's people in this world that are not happy unless you're miserable. So, yeah, I guess that's what I have to say for now. I hope somebody gets something from this lesson, and I hope it saves some souls, because that's why I'm here.